Greetings, everyone, and welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is me, Oberon, with my outlook on emotional exchanges. And those are the exchanges that happen from an emotional point of view between ourselves and others. So I do this by reading the cards for each sign of the zodiac, and it's just a simple, quick reading. The top card for each sign represents the vibe or energy, emotionally speaking, for the week. And then the bottom card is the idea on will you get lucky? And of course, that's romance, that's love, that's anything that's emotionally stimulating or pleasuring to you. So you can get lucky just by watching a romantic movie on Hallmark all by yourself. But maybe it'll be better than that. Alrighty, so we're going to start off with Aries. And these readings are for sun, moon, or rising. So if you know your moon or rising sign, you can also perhaps get inspiration from them. And I'm using as usual, the Modern Love Tarot with artwork by Lucy Morningstar. Here's a picture of the guidebook. It's beautiful art, and I love it. It's very modern. Absolutely. It takes almost anything into the realm of possibility. So, like I said, we're starting with Aries, sun or rising. And the vibe for the week, it's the reversed Queen of Swords. So it looks like, emotionally speaking, you have to make a difficult and perhaps harsh decision. And it may be about saving yourself emotionally, about saving your emotional life. So maybe deciding the course of a relationship, and it doesn't look too good for the other side of it. But you are determined to do what is best for you. And although others may find fault in how you handle it, you know it's really what's best for you, Aries. So will you get lucky? From the bottom of the deck, it's a major arcana. Major arcanas mean good luck, meaning it could happen, but then again, it could not. So it's the Temperance card. And of course, it looks like happy family. And this could be saying that, you know, if things balance, if things find their way to each other through moderation or through a sense of commitment, of purpose to keep the balance, then you could be lucky. Whatever that means. All right, we will move on to Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. Taurus, what is the vibe? What is the energy or essence of this week's emotional landscape? And it is the Ace of Wands, which is upright. And so it could be saying that Taurians, you are seeing yourself at the beginning or the building of a commitment to, you know, a new friendship or an extension of a friendship or a furthering of a friendship's goals. You know, there involves a sense of networking and or enterprise of some sort here. So it's very friendly feeling. It feels like maybe you're falling into a new social circle of some sort. Could be a number of things. Now, will you get lucky, Taurus? And from the bottom of the deck, it's Wands. So it means it will take work. It's the Knight of Wands. And so this is the caution saying, perhaps don't be too flamboyant. Don't be too overconfident of new friendships or new social situations opening up to you. Don't run in and say, look, the star has arrived. I'm not really saying that, am I? Okay, maybe I am. But it could be saying, you know, practice a little bit of prudence. Don't try to be the most flaming, bright object in the periphery. And even if this isn't pertaining maybe to that, you know, social possibilities there, this is advice for you in general in terms of getting lucky. All right, we are on Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gemini, what is the vibe or energy of the week? It's the reverse Six of Wands. There's an emotional fallout of some sort where maybe it feels like you didn't figure up to somebody's standards, or someone didn't figure up to your standards, and so it's not like you now hate each other, but it's sort of like it just feels dissonant in a way, like maybe the vibe is now off, and that maybe you or others will have to work hard to get back into each other's better graces in some sort. So from the bottom of the deck, will you be lucky? And it's swords. Swords are always, and it's the Five of Swords reversed. And infamously or not, Banshee and I tend to think of this card as the no one wins card. So, of course, this could be saying really there's something seriously combative about a situation that you might otherwise have felt an opportunity to get lucky, that something feels really negative there, and that it would be best to, pull away. We're on Cancer now. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Cancer. What is the vibe that Cancers are feeling this week, or seems to be around? And it's the reversed Seven of Wands. This feels like a really rough time in terms of emotions, that you may feel very guarded about what's going on in your emotional or love life. And you may feel like, it's time to wait it out. You're not necessarily retreating or hiding, but I think you're being observant about what's going on around you. And of course, it sounds, like spy stuff or something, but maybe you have serious concerns about um, how you stand up for certain things in your life, emotionally speaking. So what's your chance of getting lucky? And it's Pentacles, so it will come, but with a price. And it is the Nine of Pentacles, but it's reversed. And so that price may be the sacrifice of a little bit of your comfort, or your safe space, or your special place, that you feel you can go, even if it's more metaphoric than not. It feels like, also too a sense of a retreat. So maybe it's the kind of retreat that you want, to share with somebody. I'll leave it at that. All right, we'll move on to Leo then. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Right, what is the vibe around Leo this week? And it's the reverse Page of Wands. And you're feeling a little bit out on the skirts a little bit. You're sort of feeling like overtures you've made or invitations you've made haven't been picked up or processed on. And maybe you're feeling a little bit lonely this week. Maybe you're feeling like, um, you didn't have enough ambition yourself to really, push things ahead. So you may be blaming yourself. That may not necessarily be truthful, but from the bottom of the deck, will you be lucky? And it's Pentacles once again, so you would have to work at it. And it's the reversed Five of Pentacles. But the Five of Pentacles reversed is not necessarily a horridly bad card. It could be saying that in this process of working for it, or working for the concept of getting lucky, you might find that you are able to find common cause in some way, to maybe find others, or to feel more accepted in this venture you're on. Good luck with that. All right, we'll move on to Virgo then. Sun, Moon, or Rising, Virgo. What is the vibe coming to you this week? It's the Fool reversed. In your emotional life, some unexpected things may be happening, and they may be giving you pause, giving you maybe a moment to consider whether or not you are taking a leap into this abyss of unexpected things, or whether you're going to be more prudent about it and hold back a little bit. But it seems to me that no matter how you look at it from the emotional point of view, you can probably expect some things that you didn't expect to manifest. So from the bottom of the deck, wouldn't you be lucky? And it's Wands, so you'll have to work at it. But it's the Three of Wands. And so there's a sense here that you may almost miss an opportunity to find romance, to find love, to be lucky in that venture. And it could be that it's a timing matter too, that you may be feeling like you're otherwise occupied and not able to take advantage of that amount of time that just seems to present itself. So once again, it ties into a sense of unexpectedness. So it could be connected. It could be that, if you do get lucky, it's because the timing finally worked out. All right, we'll move on to Libra. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Libra, what is the vibe, the essence, or energy that seems to be around you in this week? It's the reverse state of Wands. So there's sort of a sense of meandering and drift, emotionally speaking. You may be feeling like it's once again timing, that you just feel like you're not quite ready to make a move, or you're feeling like maybe you're not quite positively sure you want to extend this energy. It could be that maybe you're not really sure where you want to put your energy and moving forward into a relationship at this time, or something similar. Will you be lucky? And it's a major arcana, so it means good luck. You could be, but it's judgment reverse, or it's judgment upright. So there's a sense of an epiphany here, of you making a realization that maybe is able to help you. And it may be connected to that. It may be realizing that you know now where your target should be, and you know how you need to kind of step up your game a little bit to get yourself moving there, the Eight of Wands. So good luck with that, Libra. And now we'll move on to Scorpio. Of course, if you didn't know, Scorpio is my sign. It's probably one of the reasons why I wanted to do the emotional exchanges. That when we were in our first or so year, I thought this would be a cool reading to do on the side. So we've been doing it for years now. Every once in a while, I do something strange and unusual, like ask my partner to show up or change the style of the reading. But I like this particular one, so I'm keeping it for now. And once again, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, what is the vibration around you? Wow, you too have the reverse Eight of Wands. You too may be feeling like you don't know for sure if you want to pursue this thing. You're just sort of meandering here, and maybe you don't feel the impulse. I'll just leave it at that. Will you be lucky though? And it's Swords, Scorpio. No, in fact, your heart will be broken, or your emotional sense of joy at the moment, or someone else's. But more likely it's you. You're just sort of going to feel like, oh darn, it didn't work out again. No questions about this particular Scorpio. All right, we'll move on to Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sagittarius. What is the vibe, Sagittarius? What is the energy that's coming or is around you? And bam, it's the Queen of Wands. So Sagittarians, you may be feeling like things are really very much in your favor. You feel you have the power to charm. You're feeling sexy. You're feeling like you can just really go out there and enchant somebody. It may be just mostly that you enchant yourself, and therefore, everything will follow. So will you get lucky? And it's Cups. It will come to you naturally. It's the Four of Cups. So I would almost say, like, maybe, you're going to meet somebody new or somebody interesting. You, especially if you're single, of course, is what it is. It looks like you're at a party. It looks like maybe you're even at somebody else's wedding celebration or celebration of a engagement, or just somewhere where you're just in that right place. It's once again talking about the timing. And so even if you are already, attached, I'd say that the idea of getting lucky this particular week still revolves around the idea of some joy and merriment that feels shared, Sagittarius, between you and others. All right, we're going to move on to Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is the vibe? What's energy or essence that's around you? And it's the Seven of Swords. And if I didn't know better, like maybe you feel like you're trying to keep it a little bit secret here. Are you in an affair that maybe you shouldn't be in? Or are you just sort of very private about, something that you might be doing? And even if you are already in a relationship, maybe you can't keep your hands off each other. And so you're like arranging hookups, near where you can have access. I don't know, this is kind of interesting. But Capricorn, just know that maybe if there's anything that maybe shouldn't be found out, I can't guarantee that it could be found out. Will you be lucky? Will you get lucky? It's a major arcana. So it means good luck. But it's a star. The star says destiny is yours. The star says you feel rewarded in some way. You feel like this was meant to be. So that's what I have for Capricorn. And I'll move on to Aquarius. Sun, moon, and rising. Aquarius, what is the vibe around you this week? What kind of energies or things seem to be pulling into focus? And it's the star reversed. So you may be feeling like there's no hope with a particular emotional situation. It might be that it indicates a relationship that doesn't seem to have a future, maybe is ending. And of course, this could be any kind of relationship. I mean, this could be something, anything you feel strongly about, like in your office at work, the person who delivers the mail is leaving the company and you really like them. Or it could mean something else. Somebody else could be changing the status quo in your relationship together. Well, Aquarius, will you get lucky? And it's a major arcana, so good luck. But it's the Magician reversed. And I wonder if these cards are connected, but I have a feeling like you really need to focus your will or your willpower if you are trying to be lucky. Other than that, it just may seem like you're feeling, it's not worth the effort. Like maybe um, you're just in a diversion of sorts, so it's not serious. That's the Magician reverse, maybe, being a little bit flamboyant, but not necessarily serious. And now we're on Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisces, what's coming your way? What's the vibration or essence or emotional energy around you? It's the Three of Hearts reverse. So, Pisces, I almost wonder if, maybe a situation that you felt, you know, some hurt from is now healing. I don't think it means that this was patched up. I think this is a moving on kind of healing, but I wouldn't rule it out. I wonder if that could be true, that maybe somebody could be trying to patch up with you. At any rate, like I said, it seems like it's a recovery from a broken heart or very bad emotional traumas. Will you be lucky? It's the reversed Seven of Swords, so it means no. Swords is no. And it may be that you can't be lucky because you know too much here. You know some of the secrets, of whatever the situation is that makes you say, no, I know better. Sorry about that. And that's my emotional exchanges for the week. I want to thank everybody for coming. And I'll just mention briefly that tomorrow, well, we have two shows. We have Happy Hour, which will be later. Happy Hour will be 4 p.m. I'm not really sure, and that's a live, of course. We will, give everybody a card denoting, something good happening, a good, happy message for you. We're also running the unhappy hour tomorrow, and I don't know for sure when that is. That's pre-recorded, so it may be during the day. You'll have to watch for it. I don't know at this point, or it may be later after the happy hour. And then, of course, Sunday is Banshee's Material Matters, and that's at 10 a.m. We're live in the chat room for that. Check it out. It's a great meeting of the Tarot Tribe. We all support each other, have a lot of fun. And then later on, Sunday afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m., is our other live stream. So you can come and ask the general regular questions and get there early because we do get busy and we may fill up completely within a half an hour or so. So that's pretty much it for the week. And thank you once again for coming to my show, The Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges. I will see you again.